And welcome to an instant reaction to the national championship. I'm your host, Noah Love, and tonight we will be talking about Michigan and UConn in the 2026 national championship game. The season has come to an end. It is a wrap. With great season of college basketball, but it ended in Lucas Oil Stadium Monday night, and it ended in a 69-63 Michigan Wolverines win. The dynasty is on hope for the UConn Huskies. They finished the year 34-6. What a run for them. Michigan caps off a great tournament run, and they cap off an outstanding season. Big Ten regular season champs, Final Four berth, and now national champions, 37-3. Their first since the 1989 team, the Glenn Rice team, uh, and the first for the Big Ten since 2000. The 26-year drought is over in the Big Ten for at least this year in terms of college football and college basketball. They run college athletics, with Indiana winning the national championship in football and Michigan winning the national championship in basketball. It, Before I get into the game, I kind of want to say this in terms of Michigan. This, if you are a high major program that is struggling right now and you have some history, you or if you have banners in the rafters, you can turn around. You can turn around. This program was 8-24 2 years ago. They were on that. They were 8-24 2 years ago. And Dusty May in 2 years has he gets them back in the tournament. He gets them to he gets them last year 20 plus wins. They're a 5 seed. They won the Big Ten tournament championship. Uh, Won the Big Ten tournament championship. They get to the Sweet 16, obviously lose to Auburn in Atlanta. They're on a mission. I know early it was the Wake Forest game and then the TCU game, and you go, what's happening with Michigan? And then the Players Era tournament hits, and they just annihilated everybody. And ever since then, I mean, yeah, they've looked human a couple of times, but I mean, they have 3 losses this season. One to Wisconsin by like 2 points at home. The other was in the Big Ten tournament championship game. Uh, and then the to Purdue, and that's a game that maybe got them, I guess you could say, refocused. And then the other, Duke was the other. So look, what Dusty May's been able to do in 2 years, it's a heck of a turnaround. They went to the best program in college basketball, even tonight. I'll say it. Michigan's great. They do. To me, the program, the standard bearer right now is UConn. Still, from what they've done in these past 4 years. I mean, 3 national title games in 4 years. You win 2 of them. It's Dan Hurley's first loss in the Final Four. He's still the best coach in the sport to me. Incredible. This game was Michigan had been the best offense in the tournament. This game was won because of their defense. I know people are going to make a big deal about the foul discrepancy and all that. The way Michigan was able to win this game, because they didn't shoot well. They shot 38%. They were 2 of 15 from 3. That's 13%. They shot it horribly. but they were getting to the rim. And look, I'll give UConn a lot of credit. I thought UConn did everything right in terms of winning this game. I thought they kept Michigan under 70. Number one offense in the tournament, they only scored 69 points. You out rebound them by 7. I mean, they got 20 something offensive rebounds in this game. Uh you were kind of even on the turnover department. You had 14 more shots and you don't win. You played your heart out. You scrapped. You make it a Big East game, and you don't win because, well, what has hurt them all season has came back to haunt them again, and it is the inconsistency of the jump shots from three. It's what happened. 9 of 33. Again, nothing to be ashamed of. I thought Terrace still had double double. I thought Terrace was fine. I think the lack of a true point guard, I'm telling you, it hurts them. It hurt them. You look at what Elliot Cadeau was doing. Elliot Cadeau, again, transfers 1 year ago from North Carolina. He comes here. They win. They don't win the national championship without Elliot Cadeau. And what's scary is you're missing LJ Kaysen. Like Michigan, like that LJ Kaysen injury was huge. And they still won the national title. That's scary, bro. I thought McKinney off the bench was big. Hit that big three that put it to 9. It's just dagger. That sequence was so huge. When Terrace Reed taps it, you're thinking, okay, they're going to get a steal. Terrace saved it, missed layup. Michigan goes down the other way, and McKinney makes the 3. Because instead of that being a 4-point game and UConn looking to get another stop, it's now 9. And at that point, it felt like the game was a little bit out of reach. Although it was 67-63, Karaban lines it up, can't make it. I thought Michigan did a good job of really pushing Karaban out far for the 3, and they missed it. But this is a game where Michigan, I don't even think they played well. And Michigan's been able to beat you in all types of ways all year. They've been able to impose your will. They've been able to win up and down games where the game is very up-tempo in the shootout. They've been able to win slugfests like this. This is what Michigan has done all year. The size was a big issue. I give Yaxel Lindenborg a lot of credit. I don't think they win. They don't win this game without him, obviously, as well. For him to gut it out on one leg like he did, and you can say his stats, just the impact and him being on the floor, his size, and the ability to give you just something. 13 points. Just give you something in this game, I thought was huge. Obviously, Cadeau was the best player in this game. That he was. Every big play, and really in terms of this Final Four, he was Michigan's best player. You feel every big play Elliot Cadeau made. Every play made. I mean, you looking at the Michigan side of this. Look, you got to give credit to that team last year that laid down Trey Donaldson, Golden, Wolf. You got to give credit to that team because they sort of laid the foundation so that this team can come and do it. In Michigan, bro, we knew sleeping giant. Dusty May is 49 years old, by the way. He's going to be at Michigan for a long time. And This is his first national championship, but it won't be his last. I do not believe for a second this will be his last. It's incredible what Michigan has been able to do in a 2 year stretch here. And then you go and you look at UConn. I told you, I still feel like they're the standard bearer in the sport tonight. Even though they lost, they're still standard bearer in terms of the program overall in the sport. Dan Hurley had those guys fighting, had them ready to play. But what Dan Hurley is going to need to get addressed is they're going to need a better or true point guard. I don't see Demery as that. I don't see Solo Ball as that. There's those two national title teams with even all the NBA talent there. What was the constant? Tristan Newton was the constant. He was the constant in those two national title teams. I think making the national title game with this team, I think they overachieved. And even in this game, from a physical talent perspective, this game isn't supposed to be a 6 point game, but it was because they fought and they scratched and they clawed. It's gonna haunt Mullins 4 of 17, 3 of 10, and where it's going to haunt him. Obviously, Solo Ball only playing 16 minutes because he's in foul trouble. The foul trouble was huge in this game for UConn. Again, Alex Caravan thought played better than what he did in the previous two games. I thought he really gave it all he had. All he had. 40 minutes. His career ends on a loss. He hasn't had very many of them, at least in the tournament. This is only his second game in terms of losing in tournament, winning his UConn player of all time, hanging in the rafters. Now, I guess he'll try to go to the NBA. As a college basketball fan, I tip my cap to him because there's not a lot of players that stay at college for 4 years. He stays there. He won. He developed. Obviously, last year wasn't the year he wanted. Came back, and I thought he did a really good job this year. And obviously, they make it to the national title game. And now you go into an off season where you're just going to have to retool and reload. And both of these programs are going to be around. Just because UConn didn't win it doesn't mean they won't be around. UConn's not going to win it every year. Spoiler. They're not going to win it every year. As great as Dan Hurley is, they're not going to win it every year. It's virtually impossible. People don't get how hard it is to win in this tournament. You look at Michigan. They're going to be around. They're not going to win it every year, but they're going to be around. They'll be hovering. All right. So even though they won't win it every year, they're going to be in the conversation and they're going to be in the title mix. You got to give credit where it's due. Dusty May, 2 years. It's genuinely incredible what he's been able to build. And look, the Big Ten gets the monkey off their back, and now, for Michigan, you're back on top of the world in terms of basketball. It leaves an interesting off season because obviously you're going to have to replace some players. I think Cadeau will probably be gone. I will say Cadeau will probably be. Oh, Cadeau's only a junior. So Cadeau may be back next year. Lindenborg is for sure gone. He's Big Ten Player of the Year. So he'll be gone. Wow. So they have a young team here in Michigan. They'll probably get Johnson back. I don't think he'll go for the draft. Mara, that'll be interesting to see. He may go. But the point is they'll have to retool and reload. And that's going to be easy because You just won the national championship. Everybody's going to want to come and try to get a piece of that. And Michigan, boy, blank check. Don't blank check. You better get that, man. That's some more NIL resources and some more money. Michigan. Statement is what they pulled. They said to the college basketball world, we're back. And I think, look, they were due as a program. Multiple great tournament runs under John Beeline. You've got the trade. Jawan Howard had two great tournament runs. You had the Trey Burke. Uh, Fab Five. Michigan felt like they were due, and they got it. But if you're UConn, you're going to be kicking yourself because even though you're proud, look, if a couple more threes go down here in this basketball game, I think UConn wins. I I think if they shoot it better, UConn's able to pull that basketball game out and win. Uh, it's been a heck of a season. Honestly, I think when I look back in this season in the totality of it, real quick, I think this season had it all. You had you obviously had the veteran teams, you had the dominant teams, you had the fun Miami of Ohio, High Point, like those teams were fun. And this season, you had that in the mid majors, and then you had the reemergence of the true freshmen, deep freshman class, the reemergence, Cole Pete, DeBonsta, Peterson, Flemings, Acuff, Caleb Wilson, Walkler. So I look in this to me in terms of the totality of the season, regular season and March Madness. This is one of the best seasons in a long time, and probably since maybe 19. I'm thankful I've been able to cover it here. But season comes to an end. The portal is open. When I'm recording this, the portal's open now. Like, college basketball, year two, Michigan just won the national title. And now tomorrow, May is probably going to have to be having meetings, and he can't even fully enjoy it because, well, there's no dead period. It's back to work. We got to start building the roster you got to start building the roster for 26, 27. You got to see who's staying, who's going, what do I need for next year's team. How am I going to build this again so we can do this again and win it back to back? All the pressure's going to everybody's got a target on our back. So yeah, it is very college basketball. I do think if we can get some rules and regulations, it will be in a very, very, very good place, a better place than it is now. But yeah, that's a wrap on the 2025-2026 season. Michigan wins the national championship. I thank everybody for joining, for listening. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. But by the way, now that that's over, NBA playoff time coming up. We'll be talking a lot of NBA on the channel because, well, frankly, this is like almost the only thing that's on. And maybe we'll do some college football previews. Oh, and the NFL draft is this month, so we'll talk about it. Okay. Until the next time. Thank you all. See ya.